You know what's truly absurd? When a highly advanced alien species arrives at a planet expecting an easy conquest, only to discover the equivalent of knocking on a door and finding a sarcastic note saying, "Gone fishing, didn't wait up." That's precisely what unfolded when the Zorathian armada entered orbit around Celestara, assuming it would be just another routine planetary domination. 10,000 warships, each the size of a metropolis, emerged from hyperspace, resembling a swarm of aggressive metallic hornets. Their scanners immediately began searching for defense systems, military bases, and population hubs, the usual invasion checklist. Life signs detected, 0, reported the lead ship's AI, managing to sound confused despite its synthetic nature. The fleet's commander, Admiral Graltok Drath, blinked his 6 crimson eyes in disbelief. That's impossible. Intelligence reports indicated a thriving civilization of over 9 billion just 2 lunar cycles ago. "Sir," said a junior officer, tentacles twitching nervously, "we're detecting something. It's on their moon." The fleet's main screen zoomed in on Lunara, Celestara's only satellite. There, a crude metal plaque bolted to the surface came into view. As the translation matrix decoded its engraving, Admiral Graltok's carapace visibly tensed. The message read, "Gone exploring. Thanks for the push to perfect our evacuation tech. P.S. Better luck next time." Beside it was a crude drawing of what the Admiral assumed was a Celestarian, flipping them off a gesture their intelligence division had documented as distinctly unfriendly. "Sir," another officer called out, voice trembling, "temporal signatures detected. They didn't just evacuate, they evacuated through time." The bridge fell into a stunned silence. A species capable of not only predicting their arrival weeks in advance but also manipulating time itself just to dodge a confrontation and leave behind a mocking note? "Activate pursuit protocols," Graltok growled. "Prepare for temporal jumps. We can't allow a species with this level of technology to escape unchecked." As the Zorathian fleet readied itself to chase their quarry across time, another message flickered across their screens, this time transmitted from an unknown pointer era. "Catch us if you can. Don't forget snacks." For the first time in its history, the mighty Zorathian armada found itself facing an unprecedented challenge. Not a battle for dominance, but the most humiliating game of interstellar tag the galaxy had ever seen. Meanwhile, on Theranax -5, Commander Zyrex of the Valkan Recon Division was enduring what could only be described as an utterly baffling day. His mission? Land on the seemingly deserted Celestara and figure out where an entire population of 9 billion had vanished. Analysis Team Beta reporting in, crackled his communicator. "We've found something odd." "Define odd," Zyrex replied, suppressing a sigh. "Well, sir, we're picking up radio transmissions, but they're coming from yesterday." Zyrex's antennae twitched. "Yesterday? As in 24 planetary rotations ago?" "No, sir, literally yesterday. The temporal signature confirms these signals were broadcast 24 hours before we arrived." Across the planet, similar reports began flooding in. One team found a coffee cup still steaming from coffee brewed a week ago. Another stumbled upon a burger restaurant where the food was both freshly grilled and somehow abandoned for months. But Team Alpha made the most perplexing discovery. They found the remnants of what should have been a high-tech planetary defense network, only it had been converted into a bizarre recreation hub. Entire bunkers were stocked with gaming consoles, books about time travel, and fully loaded refrigerators with notes saying, "Help yourself." One scout asked, mandibles clicking in confusion, "Did they turn their bunkers into playgrounds?" "No," Cyrex muttered, a chill running down his exoskeleton. "They turned their playgrounds into bunkers. Look at these construction dates. These facilities were built centuries ago for entertainment." The implications hit like a meteor. This wasn't a species that had scrambled to prepare for an invasion. This was a species so supremely confident in their escape plan that they'd spent their preparation time setting up elaborate pranks. In one bunker, they found an old gaming console hooked up to an ancient holographic projector. The game loaded on the screen was something called Space Marauders. Next to it was a handwritten note. "You might want to practice. You'll need it." The final straw came when the team stumbled upon what should have been the planetary command center. Instead, it was a vast chamber filled with thousands of rubber figurines resembling the Celestarian population. Each one was dressed in a tiny military uniform and arranged in a flawless battle formation. Above them hung a banner, "Celestara's last line of defense." Just kidding. From that point on, the Zorathians' pursuit of the Celestarians became nothing short of farcical. The advanced alien fleet was reduced to chasing temporal echoes, deciphering cryptic riddles, and falling for increasingly absurd pranks. Entire squads vanished into temporal loops, only to reappear wearing Celestarian-themed vacation outfits. Some ships found themselves caught in cosmic games of what their records later identified as Pac-Man or rubber duck roulette. In one particularly bizarre encounter, a fleet squadron followed a trail to the Nebulon Spiral. There, they found a functioning restaurant floating in space, complete with a glowing sign. "Free lunch for pursuing forces. You've earned it." The food was exquisite. The only catch: a tip jar labeled, "For better invasion strategies." It was becoming clear to the Zorathians that their supposed prey wasn't just running, it was playing with them, turning the entire galaxy into a cosmic playground. As fleets scattered across time and space, another message appeared in every ship's database. "Having fun yet? We left you a souvenir. Check your cargo hold." Sure enough, their holds were now filled with thousands of tiny metallic trophies. Each was engraved with the words, "Participant Award," "Galactic Hide," and "Seek Championship." By the time the Zorathian fleet retreated, the galaxy was in chaos. The Celestarians had left their mark not through destruction, but by utterly confounding the most feared empire in the known universe. Back on Zorath Prime, High Admiral Graltok reviewed the reports with increasing despair. Across the galaxy, Celestarian pranks had reshaped not just space, but perception itself. Ancient myths across countless species now included tales of trickster gods who traveled through time, leaving sarcastic notes and terrible puns. And on every Zorathian warship, a single post-it note appeared, stuck in the most inconvenient places. "Better luck next invasion. P.S. Thanks for being such good sports." From that day forward, the Zorathian military doctrine was updated to include one crucial piece of advice: avoid Celestarians. It's not worth the headache.